Hey guys, my name is Lola the Tech Doll, and today we're going to get into some real software engineering-ish. So I like to think that my superpower is I take really complicated technical concepts, engineering concepts, and explain them to you like you're five. So with that being said, today's topic is Singleton Design Pattern. It is a creational software design pattern that basically you have one instance of that class in your application. And if you're like, what does this mean? Don't worry, y'all. I got you. You can imagine yourself being at a wedding. There's a DJ, everybody's vibing, everybody's jamming. And then a second DJ decides to come and start playing music while that first original DJ is playing music. That's chaos. Like, that's craziness. So where a singleton design pattern comes in and where it's relevant is that it basically enforces that there would only be one DJ at that wedding. So in this instance, the DJ would be the class, and the singleton, like the way you code it, would be in a way so that it's one instance for that wedding. Okay, so now that you understand what a singleton design pattern is, you're probably wondering, when is it relevant to use a singleton design pattern? So you can think of things like in your application, like logging and monitoring. You don't want like 20 instances. You just want that one instance of logging to keep track of all your logging and monitoring for your application. Another one is databases. You want just like one single source of truth of that database instance connection. And don't get it confused with like things like horizontal and vertical scaling. I'll make that another video. And then the third one is like configuration. So like, let's say you call like certain secrets or like environment variables, or maybe you have like certain functionalities or things that only need to happen once. That's also where you would use a singleton design pattern, so it's not time consuming and exhausted. Now y'all, let's get to a Python example. I'm a Python girly, so I'm gonna teach y'all via Python.
Okay, y'all, so let's get started. So let's do some real software engineering-ish. It would not be a real software engineering-ish tutorial if I did not teach you. Just a little heads up, you may see my eyes dart back and forth between my screen because in real life as a developer, you're Googling, you're Stack Overflowing, you're on ChatGPT. Like nobody just like comes out the gate swinging coding unless you're in an interview. Let's keep it a buck. So let's get this party started. Yeah, and I have a file already set up here, literally called singleton.py. I am as verbose and as literal as they get. So I'm gonna create a class called singleton. I am going to add common string, like this is an implementation of a singleton class, singleton design pattern. I mean, normally it'd be like more fancy, but this is just for the tutorial right now. I am going to create a private variable called instance. That will be our instance for the singleton. This underscore here is because it's to be like private, it's best practice. So Python's interesting in that like it's like they have private methods, but I feel like they're not like real private methods. I love Python, but you know, it caps. It caps sometimes. And if you don't know what capping means, look it up on Urban Dictionary. Sorry, I'm that kind of developer. So then next we're gonna do new. If you know like the methods like dunder and init, new is like creating a new class. Now this here that I'm about to show you is what actually makes a singleton. A singleton. And oh, by the way, this is just calling the class. If we have args, forks, well, honestly, I just let it automatically type. Okay, so here what we're gonna do is we have our class.instance. We're gonna take it. We are going to initialize it. And then we're gonna return it. But you're probably like, wait, this is not a singleton instance because it looks like you're making a new instance every time. Here's where we make it a singleton. Just a conditional, my friends. So we're gonna do if not class dot instance, then initialize the class. Otherwise, just return it. And y'all, that is literally it. That's all you need to make a singleton. But just so you guys know that I'm not BSing y'all, we're gonna go to our handy dandy if name. I'm gonna look this up. I always forget. You would think after like a decade of coding, I would know the if name equal main. Oh, let me look this up. Okay, let's after looking it up, if name equal main, so we're gonna make a singleton one. And we are going to instantiate it to our class. We're going to make a singleton two, and we are going to instantiate it to our class. Now, if this is truly a singleton, if these instances are the same, if I did a Boolean to check if they were the same, it should return true. So let's go ahead and say print what are, oh, let's do an F string. Are these the same instances? Okay, and then we'll have bool. Oh, wait, let's do the answer is, then we'll do bool of singleton one, which is Boolean. So basically it'll return if it's true or not equals each other. And I think let's just start there. So then I'm gonna run it. Singleton.py. Okay, so this is really weird, but I get very paranoid even though there's like nothing here. Okay, so let's run. So Python singleton.py. Oh, not enough arguments. You know, let's get rid of the arguments. There we go. What? Not enough arguments. Ooh. Y'all, I had a typo. My bad. What is going on here? Okay, let's try it again. Um, oh, y'all. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna teach y'all and then have typos. Bool takes no keyword arguments. Oh my God. This is fun. Maybe I should reteach this again. But no, this, it's funny because I'm super tempted to edit this out and redo it again, but I feel like you guys should realistically see what happens. So now that we're done, if you've made it to the end of this tutorial and you have not chopped my head off yet for this code and the typos. Okay, so it says the answer is true. So it's saying these are the same instance. Yay, so that's great. But let's say that I comment this if not out and move this back. Let's see if these match. They should, it should say the answer is false. So it's saying like, okay, these are the same instances, the answer is true. So let's see if answer is false. There you go. Now you have a singleton. So like, let's say if you had like a database or anything. So what I tend to like to do is in my application, like logging, database, config, like those examples I brought up. What I would normally do is I would have a singleton class like this. And then in my other DB classes, what I would do is inherit, or I would have the singleton like also like be inherited. So then that way I can just access this class without having to like rewrite this code over and over again. So there you go, guys. Let me know if you want anything to learn. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Tech ish. Okay.